For as much as I've ragged on how bad some of the courses were in Wave 1, I did still like some just fine. Like Shroom Ridge. Though when most of the best courses are in C Cup, I guess kind of a spoiler there, you can definitely tell they generally got better with the later waves. Let's just get the elephant out of the way right off the bat. This course looks way more simplified compared to base 8. For most people that's a bad thing, but I actually think it works when the design leans into it right. Shroom Ridge didn't. Grass is the booster pass' worst enemy. If it's a grassy plain within sight of the racers, you better be sneaky on how you cover up how it looks. Many of the later waves did this better by adding at least some underwhelming textures, which is better than nothing, or shading and lighting to make it less prominent, or kept most grass off to a distant view. Here it's the supposed detailing along the track or meant for the shortcuts, and it all looks like clay. It looks unfinished. Though there's still a number of giant spectators that are normally all over the tour courses, I'm going to give this one a pass just barely. Putting most of them on a hill does help at a little distance and makes them seem a little less oversized as a result. Even looking at the cliffside walls, or the built ones, they're all generally less complex. Whereas the grass looks unfinished, this blockier look on the walls seems far more intentional. Too bad it's completely off-putting to most racers. I'm more indifferent than most, but I know many people hate this minimalist approach. Now from a racing side of things, that's where this track shines. Based on the DS, the original course was limited in how complicated it could be with its tracks, so a cliffway highway was a great choice. Most highways tend to stay fairly flat, and the 8 remake, from Tour, didn't need to do anything. I'm not going to do this every time, but one can't help but want to compare this to Toad's Turnpike. Both are highways with ongoing traffic as you race that you need to navigate around. But whereas Mario Kart 8 was afraid to go full throttle on Turnpike's dangers, Shroom Ridge had a somewhat lighter load to begin with, so it's reflected well in this version. I mean, just look at this map. It's very twisty and curvy. As a result, it's a track that almost begs you to drift. Chaining drifts around multiple turns feels so gratifying. It's something Toad's Turnpike really couldn't accomplish with its more simplistic figure 8. Obviously this also means that sharp turning karts are favored, but this highway has 2 spots where it straightens out, as a way to offer those top speed karts a chance to keep in contention. I don't think there's really a difference in the car total either. The only reason why this feels more harrowing with them is because of the turns. Cars move slow, but a blind spot still demands quick reflexes. It also makes each lap, each time you race this track, a little fresh. Well, that and the shortcuts that are available. The easier one is a glider section they added. With a little mushroom boost, you get to fly past the side route, but with good timing off a drift boost, the glider is definitely still possible. The other is near the end of the track. There's a pipe spewing air that you can use to trick jump past the turns on the side. I tried this without a mushroom and fell. Maybe you should make sure to have a mushroom for that jump. Speaking of pipes, I've noticed a fair number of them all over the background. I wonder if Shroom Ridge is anywhere near Rock Mountain. That's my headcanon for now at least. Oh, there is one other thing that Shroom Ridge does the same as Toad's Turnpike. No access. The whole road is just going around the cliff of a mountain. These cars just got here somehow. I know it's something I brought up then too, but what makes this less of a problem is that the course itself is more engaging. It's going to take the average eye longer to notice, if at all. It makes the suspension of disbelief better since many will never even notice in the first place. There is one issue with everything that Shroom Ridge does though. It's placed in the Lucky Cat Cup, which is in Wave 1. Toad's Turnpike was so simple that it made for a great entry-level challenge. I actually think with roads to drive off of, traffic around blind bends, and the roads as a whole being far more narrow, this track should have been introduced as one of the second half of the upper level Grand Prix. But that's only really a problem based on my theorized difficulty scaling idea in the booster pass. Shroom Ridge definitely gets the important things right. It knew it was going to be a flat, curvy road with traffic, and it really nailed the execution. Nintendo was smart not to mess with this idea too much, though maybe they should have did a little more visually. It's really underwhelming. But I'm still down to race here every time I pick up the controller. Before you go, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like to help boost the video in the algorithm, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one, because tomorrow we head into Here I